I'm just having a blast in my feminine era. I never thought that I was a woman. You know, I've always trusted the science. I thought I was a man my entire life, but you know, after further review, strong look at my personal preferences. It would appear that I am indeed sometimes identifying as a transgender woman, and I think it's only fair I get a chance to play with some of my queens here in the twilight of my career, my athletic.
Bitch, what the fuck is a feminine era? What trans woman do you know that talks that way about their transition and about their gender identity? Y'all, this is a grift. This is a grift. This is a grift, and the only reason that Royce and the other one is getting traction or fanfare regarding this is because these are men. These are cis men. Y'all are, they might say they are transgender, but y'all are receiving them and engaging them and giving them space as if they are cis men because they are cis men. Like I said in the previous video, my suspicion is that they don't really want to be in the WNBA. What I do think is they want a paycheck. They want to get paid because I know that what I do know is that if they're able to prove that they were discriminated against because they were transgender, they could file. They could possibly bring a discrimination case and maybe get a payout. Although I don't know when teams are doing draft, I don't know if they're obligated to. I would be curious as to wonder if professional sports teams can be discriminatory for a multiple number of reasons when making their decisions. That doesn't necessarily have to do anything. That doesn't have to do anything with somebody being trans or not. So I don't know how strong that case will be, and the doors will be opened up for the WNBA's lawyers to request documentation, particularly medical documentation from these two men to see if they are in fact diagnosed with gender dysphoria or like how are you validating that you're actually transgender? But it's given it's not giving me transgender women. What it's giving me is dates that like to dress up from time to time. It's giving me a cross dresser, a CDT. That's what it's giving me. And quiet as it's kept, it's a lot of fine ass or very hyper masculine, um, quote unquote straight identified men that like to dress up in lingerie and like to dress up in women's clothing and get their rocks off. Hell, sometimes this in this particular summer in Houston, I have met so many straight passing men of all races that as soon as we get to talking, they show me their lingerie collection, and you know I like to egg the shit on. I'm like, so what's your favorite piece to wear? Is it La Perla? Is it Savage X Fenty? Like, show me. And it's a in no shade. It's a lot of white Republican, like very hyper masculine men that like to be in their like lingerie and they bustier Miss thing and the matching panty and thong set with the meat hanging out one hard. Like, bitch, it's a lot of straight cross dressers here in the Houston area. I just have to say that. And no shade. This is giving me that tea. It's giving Mr. White. Mr. White likes to put a gilda on and put some negligee on from time to time and feel her judge. And it's also giving me that somebody might have had some tea on her. So this is her perverted way of beating the people to the punch. But either way, it's not giving me transgender woman. And it's something spiritual to being a trans person. I know when I'm in the presence of other trans people, like I can feel it. Even if the person is pre-transition, if it's a butch queen and I just feel that spirit of woman on them, or somebody on the lesbian side, and I'm feeling the spirit of a man on them, like I feel it. I know when it's real and I know when it's not. I have literally spoken transitions onto people where it's just like I see the woman in you and I see what you're going to be in the next year. Like you just feel it. But because we live in a place where one, they don't even want transness to exist. There's no place for us in culture. But because we're not allowed to like flourish in the spiritual gifts of being a trans person, um, a lot of cis people can't appreciate that we have that sight of seeing other trans people. And I'm sorry, this is not a trans person. This is somebody that is making a mockery of trans identity, that's making a mockery of transition in itself, and it's using this to get closer to women so there can be violence to women because they have a history of violence. I don't even think you have to, because the fear is, oh, if we let this man on the court, he's going to brutalize these women on the court. Baby, I don't even think y'all have to wait for him to get to the court. I think the brutalization and the harm will happen in the locker room before you get to the court. The sexual harassment or whatever, if it escalates that far. But also, we need to be aware that all of this anti-trans stuff, or keeping trans people out of sports and doing all these genital checks, the ultimate goal is to get rid of women and girl sports as a whole. Like, I hope y'all are seeing that. I hope y'all are realizing that. But the goal is to get rid of women in girl sports as a whole. And because the anti-trans thing is so controversial and so polarizing, this is the thing that will help them forward their goal. And I'm pretty sure this is a necessary piece to push it even forward. Just the absurdity of it all. But this is giving me cross dresser. This is not giving me transgender woman. It's also interesting how y'all are, because I posted this on Facebook where this got a lot of negative comments from people where, oh, isn't this what being trans is about? Just let her go. Let her go. Let her go. And it's just like, the only reason that y'all are pacifying this or not treating this as a big deal is one, because you're transphobic. You're contrarian. But the ultimate thing is because these are men. And y'all let men do whatever they want to do. These are two cis men. And y'all are perceiving them as cis men. That's why they're able to get all of this media coverage over creating this issue and over pushing us forward. What trans woman do you know that's already playing in the WNBA or playing at the collegiate level? None. But this story is being platformed and being pushed forward. Why is that? Because cis men are at the center of it. But it's very interesting how y'all roll out the carpet for these cis men, but when you have actual trans women, and yes, I saw a comment. Oh, what's a real trans woman? Don't you get offended when we say real woman? Well, there are real trans women. There's such a thing as a trans woman, and the reason we get offended when you say real woman is because usually when that's being said to negate the existence of trans women, and that trans women also are under the umbrella of womanhood generally. So that was cute, but no, there are actual trans women. There is actually a community of trans women, and no, everybody's not going to fit in. Don't get me wrong, trans women comes in many different shapes, forms, lived experiences, but there are some things that you have to have. There are some ways that you have to move. And this is you showing up on Fox News with a bald head, a connecting beard, and a three-piece suit on, talking about you in your feminine era. I'm sorry, it's not giving me woman, it's giving me cross-dresser. And y'all are going for the rules because y'all are transphobic and y'all don't actual trans women, y'all don't fuck with us, but you'll fuck with a cis man that's making a mockery of us. And y'all really need to sit with why that is.